Welcome back everyone to the third day of our 31 Days of October Horror Movie Reviews Marathon. My name is Jedi Reads, and the film we are going to take a look at today is A Nightmare on Elm Street. The 1984 one. Oh, thank God, the 1984 one.
Minutes to play.
Now I understand this is a very cliched film to watch around Halloween, but if we didn't include this one, what the hell is the meaning of tradition then? Just in case you've been living underneath a rock this whole time, the film follows Heather, a regular teenage high school girl living in the fictional town of Springwood, Ohio. Her and her friends eventually realize that they all have been having the exact same dreams for the past couple of weeks with the exact same man in them, Freddy Krueger.
Is God.
A man who they later find out was killed by their parents several years before after he murdered a bunch of children. Now, Freddy is back from the dead as a ruler of the dream world and wanting to take out the remaining children of the parents who took him out. According to director Wes Craven, he came up with the idea to write Elm Street after reading a news article about a family that had survived the killing fields in Cambodia back in the late 70s. The family made it to the United States, but a young boy in the family still found himself haunted by terrible nightmares while he slept. The boy would stay up for multiple days at a time before eventually falling to sleep one night and dying during one of his dream sessions. Growing up, this was the film that made me afraid to fall asleep, or even dream. There's just something unsettling about not being able to do what your body naturally craves: sleep. The great thing about A Nightmare on Elm Street is that when you're watching it, you can perceive it as two different genres: horror and psychological. I do have to say that the visual effects used in Nightmare are a bit dated, especially for today's standards, but for 1984 standards, it's rather impressive. One of the greatest scenes that I can say is personally one of my favorite buckets of blood moments in horror is the scene where Johnny Depp's character Glenn Lance is dragged into his bed, then out of nowhere tons and tons of blood just shoots up into the air. Yeah, it seems unlikely that all this blood came from just him, but it's still awesome nonetheless. I want to give credit to the acting here though. The performances in here are a lot better than most slasher movies that came out during that time, and this film also holds debut appearances for many soon-to-be promising actors, such as Jesus Garcia and the more well-known Johnny Depp. When it comes to the infamous finger-knife-wearing Prince of Dreams, Freddy Krueger, played by the great Robert Englund, all I can say about his performance is that I still consider it heavily iconic, and think it'll stay that way for many more years to come. What did you think of 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street? Let me know down in the comments, and be sure to keep up with this marathon as it is going to be a daily thing till the end of October. Hope you enjoyed this video guys, and I'll see you guys next time.
Come to Freddy.